though they're not really even trying to get things done for Canadians who are struggling coming out of this economic downturn. Stephen Harper, he's running more of these nasty attack ads these days. Even the whole idea of an attack ad seems to me to rub a lot of Canadians the wrong way. And it's just nasty and mean-spirited, and it's not the kind of thing that we Canadians want to see in Canadian politics. Let's put a stop to that kind of thing. And of course, underneath all of that, he's saying that in his budget, get ready for major cutbacks. We all know that that's coming. And we know the kind of impact that that can have because we've seen it from time to time when it's been implemented in some provincial governments, haven't we? Yeah. Here in British Columbia, you've seen this story before, haven't you? Yeah. And we don't want to see that kind of thing happen again. Stephen Harper is not looking out for the needs of the average middle-class family or the people that are being left behind. He's certainly paying attention to the banks, however. There's, I suppose, some celebrations on Bay Street because of his focus on the banks. They're getting another tax cut. But everywhere I go in BC, people are telling me that they're having more and more trouble making ends meet. They're really worried about their economic future, or their kids' future, or their grandchildren's future. And it's about jobs in many cases. It's about their pensions and their retirement security. It's about those unpaid bills. You sit there at the kitchen table and you got the stack of bills. I remember one person telling me, I've got the stack of bills that we decide which ones can we pay and which ones are we going to put off the next month and hope that they somehow go away, or that we win the lottery, or that something happens, or somebody understands what we're going through. They're telling me, and of course on the personal front, I still run into people in this country who tell me that they haven't got a family doctor. And that when it comes to their health care, that's the most important concern that they have. 4 million Canadians without a family doctor. C'est pas acceptable. Les familles d'ici et partout au Canada sont encore inquiètes pour leur emploi, pour leur pension, pour les factures qui continuent de s'accumuler, et ils ne peuvent pas les payer. I also think of people's personal stories. I hear so many of them, and they are very touching. And I think that those of us in politics should be paying attention to the personal stories of people that are struggling. I think of people like Joel and Jan. They're actually here with us this afternoon, right over here. Joel served in the Navy. And he just reached retirement age, and his hearing was damaged, so he was on disability, and he's struggling now with the medical bill. But when his pension finally kicked in, when he turned 65, you'd think that would be a day to celebrate. But instead, the various bureaucracies kicked in, and it meant that Jan lost her disability benefits. And not only that, to top it off, they told her she couldn't have a bus pass anymore. You know, and when you're trying to deal, here's a couple that have put a lifetime into building this country and making a contribution, and they're struggling to make ends meet, and they get that kind of news. It's not acceptable. And what we need to do is to start putting people like Joel and Jan first in our considerations on Parliament Hill.